Please wait a moment while I share all my links and stuff.
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete. So, you pesky earthslugs like to race, eh? Well, nitrous oxide. I'm the fastest racer in the galaxy. I travel the stars looking for creatures to test my skills.
Testinario, testinario.
Fastest. Here's the way we play. I challenge the best driver of your world to race for the planet. If
Okay,
your
we're
driver
good.
wins, I'll leave your miserable little rock alone. But if I win, I'll turn your entire globe into a concrete parking lot and make you my slaves.
Okay, so last time that we were playing Crash Team Racing, we completed story mode. I was mostly silent during the boss battles. If you wish to go back and look at the bots, there are now timestamps in the comments to make viewing easier. I've been kind of busy this month. I mean, not busy with important stuff, I suppose, but like, I'll try not to talk about it too much because this is a Crash Team Racing stream, not a VTuber or Pikamee stream. But like, she's leaving soon. She's leaving this Friday, 7 a.m. my time. So I've been watching as much content as I can from her. So that's what I've been doing this whole month. Um, I guess I'll talk about it a little bit more once we are on the arcade mode. But for now, I just want to share that. Well, there's 3 people in my house right now: my mother, my brother, and one of my cousins that stays over for college. So we might, I might be a little bit shyer than usual, which is saying a lot, but well, I'll try to not let it get to me. And my mother should be asleep. I mean, so I don't know. I think we can play like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So let's enjoy it while we can. And we have some things that we left unfinished on Adventure, which would be like getting all of these CTR tokens and time relics, and also the crystal challenges. I'll probably at least do a crystal challenge just so you can see what it's like. But I don't know. I'm not feeling too much into the mood of getting all of the stuff, especially with engine, because last time I played a little bit of arcade mode with Neo Cortex, and I think his driving style is better for me, so maybe I messed up in choosing engine instead of N Cortex. But that's beside the point. Let's get started, and we're going to be doing the rest of the cups today until we unlock all of the hard mode ones, because for some reason wait, let me see if... Yeah, it read my memory card, right? Yeah. Because I really want to unlock the hard cups, because that's what I usually play in my free time. But for some reason this version of the game, which is like the first one, only allows you to play on easy and unlock the other difficulties as you go on. So let's do what we gotta do, alright? I also have to unlock the characters, which I do not remember how to do. I know there is a cheat code that you can do, and maybe we'll do it if I get tired enough. But like, I don't know, I want to try to do this legit. So let's go with Cortex, and we did Wumpa Cup and Crystal Cup at first. Let's try to do Nitro and Crash Cup. My personal favorite is Crystal, but Nitro is also pretty good. It has two of my favorite stages. Actually, I might like more stages from Nitro, but I don't know, I have an affinity to the Crystal Cup. That doesn't matter. Let's just play. I've stalled enough. So we're starting this stream like 6 p.m. my time. Let's try to play until like 7:30 or 8 p.m. It depends. Okay, so Tiny right now it's in first place, and that's something that I kind of wanted to discuss. For some reason, I don't know if it's because I'm using Cortex and he's the same type as Crash when it comes to stats. When my brother plays this, the original one, Tiny Tiger is always the one that is giving him problems. Like, he's the one that rubber bands the hardest. So it might be because we are using rounded characters like Cortex and Crash, or maybe it's just a coincidence. But what is not a coincidence is that one of the characters in particularly, they always rubber band pretty hard. So at the beginning of the stream, I know we just started, this is the first race and all, but I want to get it out of the way because it's just what's inside me right now, right? So let's get it out of the way so we can, I don't know, we can have a more genuine and loose conversation later. So this Friday, 7 a.m., my favorite VTuber, Pikamee, is going to be doing her graduation stream. And I'll be there, like I'll at least watch that one. I've been trying to look at as many membership streams as I could and as many recent streams as I could from her, because, well, she's privatizing all of her content after she's gone. So I have to, I don't know, I have to get as much of her as I can, right? And I just wanted to comment on, I do not understand. I've said this on stream before, like, people who watch hours and hours and hours of weekly, if not daily, hours of content from their favorite creators, especially VTubers. VTuber fans are built differently. Like, they watch their talk streams, their game streams, their everything. And I mean, there's people that have been watching her since 2020 and they don't miss a single stream, and yet they can also donate money to her, like very big super chats. And I'm nothing against them, like, if they can do that, like, go for it. I mean, but it just makes me wonder, how the fuck do you do it? Because right now I'm unemployed, like, I graduated this December, and since then I haven't been doing anything. Mostly because I'm nervous, I suppose. I don't know where to look, or if I start looking, maybe I'll feel inadequate. But that's another whole can of worms. What I wanted to say when I got into this topic is that, I mean, those people that are sending her red super chats and watching all of her streams, how the fuck do they manage, man? Do they not have a job and they were born into wealth? Or do they listen while working? I mean, that's the more plausible explanation to me. Like maybe they have the type of job that would allow them to listen to YouTube while working. Oh, oh, oh! Did you see that? I did it finally. I couldn't do that last stream. Finally, I was able to do it. I'm glad I could show it off. But yeah, they watch every single one of their streams and they donate um, money to her constantly. Red super chats, which is above $100, and still they go on Twitter and they make fan art for her and they discuss her and then they rewatch some of the older content. Like, how the fuck do you manage? Like, I absolutely love Pikamee. I'll never support any VTuber like I support her. But during this last month, in which I've been trying to taking as much content from her as I could, like, the reason I'm streaming right now is because I need a fucking break. Like, doesn't matter how much I enjoy a person. Like, the closest I've ever come to being obsessed with something regarding YouTube is the Runaway Guys. Like, I could watch the Runaway Guys for hours and hours and hours and never get tired. But even so, man, these people are doing this for over 3 years. That's dedication or obsession, I don't know. I don't want to judge because they are like legit dudes. They don't get creepy or demanding or anything like that. But it's just fucking crazy. I mean that respectfully, you know. So yeah, that's what's been in my mind lately. Just Pikamee leaving, me watching as much content from her as I can, and wondering how people do that like daily. Anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about video games. Sorry, it kind of froze for a second, so I got scared. Let's talk video games, and not particularly this one. I just wanted to mention that the video games that I'm looking forward to right now are Freedom Planet 2. It came out like some months ago and I just didn't realize. I might replay the first one because I don't remember much from it, and I got the Wii U port, which is factually the worst of the ports. So I've got no one to blame for that except me. But I mean, I wanted to make use of the console, so I didn't think it was something bad. But had I known that I wanted to play that again, I would have gotten it for Steam instead. So yeah, I want to play the first one and the second one. I might just watch a let's play of the first one to I don't know, to get a refreshment of the story. And then I'll play the second one. I'm not sure if I will play that on stream. Most likely I wouldn't, because it's the kind of game that I just want to take in by myself, not worrying about commenting over it or trying to entertain. Or, I mean, the bad thing with streaming, at least in my case, did you see that? That was just dumb. Anyways, the bad thing with streaming is that, for me at least, because I'm kind of doing this hidden, I don't want people to know about that, and I'm not home alone. I just kind of want to do this thing quickly and consecutively and just be over with it. If I ever make a very long stream like the one I did with tier lists, it would be because I have the house all for myself and I know that no one would be bothering me. And I know that. Sorry, my throat is a little bit raspy because I'm not used to talking for a long time. I've said that before. But yeah, um, if I ever make a long stream, it would be because I know I can go on without interruptions, without worrying that somebody is hearing me, and I can get as loud as I want, and I can say as stupid shit as I want, because I don't want to be streaming and maybe somebody is hearing me outside, and they make me go, yeah boy, I would absolutely fuck the shit out of that, like something stupid like that. So they would message me or enter the room or knock the door. I don't want any of that. And also, while I'm playing a game consecutively, like Freedom Planet 2 or something like that, because it has happened before when I played Sleeping Dogs or when I replayed Grand Theft Auto 4, which I've done it like 8 times, not even kidding, not even exaggerating. I want to play that again. My favorite game of all time. So yeah, when I'm playing a game hardcore, I just like to devote my whole attention to it. Sometimes I even forget to eat because I'm so immersed in the story. So trying to entertain while playing a game with that much focus, it's not something that I would want to do unless I have I don't know, I guess a safe space I would call it, somewhere in which I can just stream without judgment or without interruptions. So not for a long time, maybe in a couple of years if I'm lucky. What else? What else? Man, that was a good round. I got 2 of them. Man, I'm getting annoyed with these headphones that I'm using. There's a lot of stuff that I need to buy to make my living bearable. I'm exaggerating a little, but these headphones do not work anymore. And the right side is completely silent and the left side keeps cutting off, and because of the cable being damaged. And ooh, there was a potion there. So the only good thing about this is the microphone. This is the only microphone I have for streaming right now, the one from the headset. I've seen tutorials of people using their phones as microphones, but it requires a lot of toggling with settings, and I don't know, it's kind of awkward. I would like to avoid that if possible. So I guess I'll just deal with this shitty headphone for now. If I ever do get some decent streaming headphones, I'll be playing a lot more rhythm games or stuff like that. Because right now I wanted to play Parappa the Rapper and Jammerlami. But wait, let me just drink a little bit before I start talking again because my throat fucking hurts. Ah. Oh, that's better. So yeah, I wanted to play Jammerlami and Parappa on stream. But first of all, if I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be a very long stream. So I will most likely, I would have to get up earlier and start streaming from maybe 10 a.m. my time, so we can play until like 4:30 or something like that. Yeah, around those times. Let's use Crash for the Crash Cup. And I will have to make sure that my headphones are kind of working, because I can deal with these ones, but it's just an inconvenience. So for now, at least, I guess I'll play Crash Team Racing because it doesn't require me to be too focused on. Damn, Tiny fucked me up. Too focused on the, what is it called? The audio design. But Parappa and Lamy definitely do. I also need to either clean this controller that I have right now, like open it up and clean it up, or give it to someone else to do that, or just buy a straight up buy a new controller, because it's kind of clunky. And if I wanted to play platformers, which are my favorite type of games, I need good precision. I mean, I can't have this dirty ass controller messing up from time to time, because I need precision. So that's why I haven't been playing Ape Escape. I thought Ape Escape would be like clunky enough that I didn't need precision, but no, I still need precision with that game. So I was kind of bummed out while playing it. So I don't want to play that on stream until I get a better controller. So I need a better headphones, better controller. Thankfully my family got me a new fan, because my old one broke recently. And I was like, well, don't worry about it. I mean, I guess I can deal with the heat with my very own home remedies. Or I'll just use my mother's fan while she's at work. But they decided to get me one, so I'm thankful for that. And also, I don't have enough money for Freedom Planet 2, Pizza Tower, or Honey Pop 2, which are the games that I want to play. So I really need to get a job right now. But I mean, I'm not doing fucking anything until Pikamee graduates, because I've already lost all this time. Let me at least waste another week, because if I'm not there while she's graduating, I will never forgive myself. So at least until this Friday, I'm gonna try to not feel bad about not contributing monetarily to the house. But after that, boy... Oh god, my back. Man, I feel like I got some stuff off my chest. I guess that's another reason why I wanted to stream today. I just wanted to rant a little, get some things off my chest. Oh, I even feel like I'm more relaxed now that I let it all out. Let me just breathe for a moment, because goddamn, I was stressed. I was stressed, honestly. Okay, I'm better. I'm better. So this weekend, I managed to finally watch some anime with my cousin and my brother, because when we have an anime that all three of us want to watch, we hold off on watching it on our own, so we can watch it together on the weekends. But that only happens if all of three of us are available and make an effort to watch it. Like, hopefully we don't have homework or we have to be doing a project or we have work or anything like that. So I'm very thankful when it happens. It was easier before because we weren't as busy, especially my cousin. But it has been getting a little bit better lately. So we finally got to watch all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. So that's one last thing of my anime watch list. It was pretty fun to watch, no spoilers or anything obviously, but how do I say this? I mean, I most definitely wouldn't call it my favorite part. That's all I have to say about that. It wasn't bad, it wasn't perfect. It was just like, okay. It had very fun parts though, so I'm glad I got to watch it. We also watched like half of Pop Team Epic. Shh. Yeah, Pop Team Epic, which is like a comedy skit type of anime. And we were having fun with it, but we were also so freaking tired because we spent all day watching JoJo. So we only got to watch 6 episodes. We still need to watch 6 more. And after that we want to watch Mob Psycho and My Hero Academia. Definitely My Hero Academia is the one with the lowest priority in our list. It's not that we don't like it, but I don't know, it's just not as, I guess, as how to put this into words, because all the people call it cringe or mid or anything like that because of the fandom being so crazy about the shipping. Oops. But god damn it, this cable is driving me up the fucking wall. There, hopefully that works. No, it didn't. There we go, hopefully that works. But yeah, I mean, I really never got into the fandom of My Hero Academia. Because to me it's just another shonen. But what I like about it is that the protagonist in particular, I mean, the protagonist in particular is very likable. And as an audience, we really care about what happens to him. We care about his ideals, we care about his way of thinking, his interpersonal relations. Usually when we watch another type of shonen anime like One Piece or Bleach or even Dragon Ball or Naruto, we all have our own our own characters, our own favorite characters, which are very, I mean, how to say this? we have a favorite character in a shonen anime. Man, I'm just a mess today, aren't I? We choose the character that we like the most in a shonen anime, and we hold on to that character to expect some I don't know, character development. Like, okay, today is Gaara's time to shine, let's try to do something cool with Gaara. Or oh, maybe today Trunks will appear and maybe a cool moment with Trunks could happen. And that definitely still happens in My Hero Academia. Each of the students, or even the teachers, get their own special fights and special moments, special character development moments. But we still want to see mostly what happens with Deku. There are people who watch Dragon Ball and they don't care what happens with Goku. There are people that watch Naruto and they don't care what happens with Naruto. But most people seem to agree that Deku is actually a very interesting character. I mean, at least that's how I feel. Same happens with One Piece, but I don't watch One Piece. Like, people get obsessed over Zoro or Sanji or Usopp, and they still like Luffy, but Luffy is like this. You know what the real problem is? Main shonen characters like Naruto, Goku, or Luffy, all of that, they tend to be like the more not serious characters. They are there to be like the strongest because they are the main character, and they make fun. I mean, not fun. They make light of the situation to make the comic funny. What else? Or you just know that they're going to pull something out of their ass, like, oh my god, Goku's got a new transformation, or Naruto learned a new technique, or he let out another tail of the QB, or Luffy invented a new attack or something like that. With Deku, it still happens, but we get to see the strategy of his fight style during practice, because he's at an actual school, so it feels more rewarding, I think. But at the end of the day, it's still a shonen anime, and it's a little after my time. Like, that's what the youngins wanna watch, not me. So I'll still watch it because I enjoy it a lot, but it's most definitely lower in the on the priority list regarding anime. Damn, dude, remind me not to stream when I know there are more than 2 people in my house. I'm all clumped up and uncomfortable right now. But that's partially why I played, why I'm playing Crash Team Racing. I can really turn off my brain while playing this. Yeah, now we have the Medium Cup. When I was younger, I used to play on Medium because I wasn't as good. Right now, I'm not like the best of them, not even close, but I'm a decent player, I think. I'm yawning a little bit because, well, my mother told me, fuck. No, she didn't tell me that. My mother told me that we were going to be ordering fried chicken today. And I was like, yay, fried chicken, because I really wanted to eat some fried chicken. But the cousin that is staying over got sick yesterday and is still a little bit sick with indigestion, I think.
Here you go.
So it's a little unconsiderate to order fried chicken when he wouldn't be able to eat it, or it could be dangerous for him. So we're going to be eating something lighter today, which kind of bumps me out. I really wanted to eat something greasy and bad for me today. But hey, it can wait. So lately, since I've been so caught up with the Pikamee situation, and I've been watching her streams non-stop and all of that, I've been thinking of actually going outside to the park next week, just to kind of detox myself from the whole negativity that came with her graduation. It's still mostly a positive experience because the Pikamee, which is her viewers, and Pikamee herself have been so freaking wholesome and good with how they approach the controversy. So we haven't been worrying about that too much, but man, it's still very draining mentally. So I just wanted to go to a park that I have somewhat nearby. I mean, it's still a bit of a pain to go there. It's a bit of a trip, not too much. But I wanted to go there just so I can feel the sunshine in my skin, so I can literally touch grass, as the kids say. And I want to feel fresh air. And I just want to clear my head. Like, after it's done, let me just accept my feelings and accept that it all happened. Just let out any negativity. I don't want to be like locked up in my room thinking about it over and over, seeing what the people on Twitter have to say, or any of those horrible YouTube drama channels. I just want to be fuck, I didn't grab the box. I just want to be thankful for the time I got to spend with her, and I want to take in all positives. I'm so sick of the negativity surrounded in the situation. So no more. And I think going to the park is going to be a good way to channel that, because it'll remind me that there's way more in life, way more in life than what I look at through a screen. Whenever I go to that park by myself and I just walk around and sit around the places that I want to sit, when I just take in the sunlight and the breeze, when I touch the grass and I see the kids playing, when I feel that familiar environment around me. Oh man, I'm dead. Ooh! It honestly makes... Oh, I thought I could jump it. It honestly makes me... It calms me down for a little bit. So I want to do that. And I couldn't do it for a long time because of COVID. I was so afraid that, I don't know, going outside, because I have to take a bus to go there. Just being around a bus is already feels filthy. And then there's also the park. There's gonna be a ton of kids. And kids are always so freaking nasty. No offense to any kids listening. I include myself there when I was younger, and even now. But especially when I was younger. Like, I would never wash my hands when I was a kid. I never thought it would be necessary for some reason. I would just wipe my hands on my clothes and be like, there, I'm clean now. So I will go from playing on the dirt and touching the railings on the bus. I mean, not the railings, the metal things that they have so you grab on, and the walls and the seats and all of that. I will go from that to just eating with my hands. That's fucking nasty. But as a kid, you don't care. So yeah, kids are unhygienic. And I didn't want to go to the park while COVID was still such a new thing. Oh, sorry, my throat kinda hurts. So yeah, hopefully I'll go there. But until Friday, I'm gonna be glued to my screen. So I'm looking forward to the Pikamee graduation, as fucked up as that could sound. But I'm also excited for it to be over already. I don't want my head to be so clouded anymore. And I also want to play new games. But for that I need a job. And I don't mind it. It's not like I detest working. Like, doing a good job, it's like rewarding. And you get compensation monetarily. And you get a medical... What is it called? Like a medical insurance. Because right now, if anything were to happen to me, we would have to pay it from out of pocket, which fucking sucks. So I also want a job for that. But enough of that. I feel like I've been kind of going in circles with my thoughts. So let's go to all reliable and just talk about food. Which is probably not a good idea because I'm kind of hungry right now. But hey, it doesn't matter. We can manage. Food, huh? So, these last like 2 months, I've been cooking a lot of chicken, and it's like chicken with the bone in, and I like doing it. I like cooking chicken. I think chicken is one of the more malleable meats. Like you can do so much with it. It's so versatile. But it takes so long to cook. If you want to do it like um, on a pan or on a pot, but you don't want to boil it, it takes so long to cook. Like it takes me almost all afternoon to do that. Because undercooked chicken can be very dangerous. You can get, what is it called, salmonella and parasites. So you have to be very careful with the way you cook chicken. So in order to do it kind of fast, like for it to take less time, I would boil the, well, at first I would sear the chicken on the pan so that the outside skin would be crispy, and then I would put it inside a pot of tomato sauce, and then I would boil it so that the chicken would be cooked on the inside and still have some sear on it. But even still, it took a long time, and sometimes I wasn't sure when the chicken would be done. And the other day, instead of chicken, I took some pork chops, and I just tossed those in the pan for like 3 to 4 minutes, and they were done instantly. And I was like, why the fuck is it so much easier to do that? And it's all the fault of the bone itself, because if it were just like breast, chicken breast, I would just sear that very quickly on the pan and be done with it. But it's the bone. The bone is the one that makes the cooking so slow. I'm not good enough with the knife to take the meat out of the bones and try to cook it that way. And even the one time that I did that, it was still a pain in the ass because the texture of the drumstick and all of the other parts weren't the same. Like it wasn't quite meaty as it was more stringy, so it wasn't quite as satisfying to eat. I don't know, it's a pain in the ass. Maybe I need to look at better tutorials to cook some chicken in an easier way. Also, we usually buy chicken, I don't know, drumsticks, whole chicken drumsticks with the other part attached to it, because it's cheaper. So it's not like I can buy just chicken breast. And I don't like to use the pressure cooker. Maybe I need to learn how to use it, maybe. I don't know. I'll think of something because this can't go on. Oh, this is not a very good stream, I gotta say. I've had my weak streams. The first kind of bad stream that I had would be the Sonic art stream. Because I was so fucking nervous during it. I knew my brother was listening to me. And to top it all, I received an important email that I couldn't check while I was streaming. And it was an email that I was waiting for a long time. So I was all nervous. And nothing was going right during the gameplay. Like I couldn't find the tokens or the Chaos Emeralds. So I was getting frustrated. So yeah, that was a pretty bad stream. But after that, the same day even, I read the email and I calmed myself down. So I streamed again because I felt like I wanted to. And I had one of the better streams that I've done. So I don't resent that stream too much because at least it has a happy ending. The other stream that I'm not too crazy about is the Ape Escape one. Because I wanted, like I mentioned before, this controller is dirty on the inside. It's not precise at all. So I was fucking up in the game a lot. And I felt like it wasn't my fault. And it was late at night, so I didn't want to make any noise. I didn't want to awake anyone. And then my buddy Flux showed up and I was like, well, this is both good and bad because I'm always glad to see him. But he definitely caught me during one of my worst streams. And I didn't even talk much, so I resent that stream a lot. I don't quite dig it. Ooh! And the third stream that I'm not too proud about was the second part of Crash Team Racing, the one that I did before this. Because I was also mostly silent. But not out of... it was something out of my control. I was sick. So I didn't talk much during the bosses. And ooh, I did it. I didn't talk much during the bosses and I kept coughing and I was like speaking in a very low tone because I was sick. But after I laid down the timestamps in the comments of that stream, I've been feeling kind of better about it because at least I talked about some interesting stuff. So yeah, maybe this stream will be like the black sheep of the Crash Team Racing now instead of the second. So we'll see about that. I don't know if a lot of, I mean, I wouldn't really call myself a content creator, but I don't know if a lot of YouTubers or content creators keep tabs about what streams they like about, or not even streams, but streams or videos they like or they dislike that they've done. But it's always stupid stuff like, oh, I was so cringy back then. Like, dude, you are cringy now in a different way. It's not gonna make a difference. The video that you are proud of right now, and I'm talking about most YouTubers in this case, the video that you're proud of right now is going to feel cringy 5 years later. Um, Wait a minute, let me just try to think of an example. I don't know, I was watching Oniplays and Zach Hadel, the co-creator of Smiling Friends, he was having a conversation of things that he has done in the past and things that he's doing now. So he said something among the lines of I'm proud of Smiling Friends because it's an actually thought out um, TV show with a staff and smart jokes and all of that. And he didn't like anything else that he did before that. Like all other animations or content that he created, he thought they were shit. But before Smiling Friends, I'm pretty damn sure he was proud of Hellbenders. At least Hellbenders, because he did do a lot of shitty animations, which is good. Like, I'm not holding that against him. Like, do what you gotta do for the algorithm, or just to polish your skills or get some views, whatever. Do what you gotta do. But he was actually proud of Hellbenders, and now for him to look down on that because he has his big boy show now on HBO Max. Like, if he manages to do I don't know, another really good animated series that is much better than Smiling Friends, is he going to be saying like, oh, I wasn't too proud of Smiling Friends because this new project is doing so much better? Like, doesn't that make you feel kind of like, I mean, it's good to keep improving, but you shouldn't shit on stuff that you did earlier, is what I'm trying to say. I always cherish all things that I've done, no matter how good, no matter how bad, because it's part of who I am. It was my artistic expression, or not even artistic, but it was just expressing my feelings or using it as an outlet, or me just wanting to tell a goddamn joke or wanting to play a game. So you shouldn't look down on that. It's part of what you are. And even if it's not something that you are anymore, it's part of what you were. Did you forget why you did it in the first place? You wanted to do something for people to watch, or for you to express yourself. You really gotta shit on that? I mean, even now, I was talking about the Sonic R stream. I don't particularly think it's a good thing to watch, but I'm not like ashamed of it or anything. I mean, I wouldn't want people watching it, but when I watch it, it takes me back to that specific feeling, to that specific day, to that specific moment. Like, I was so nervous, and the future seemed so uncertain, and it felt like this very big thing looming over my head. Like, even right now, now that I'm talking about the Pikamee graduation and all of that, a couple of months from today, I'm gonna be like, man, I was really feeling bad about that, huh? But now I'm feeling better, or I'm dealing with it in a better way, or maybe I don't even care anymore, or maybe I'll say, oh, I was exaggerating for sure. There's always some intention that has value with everything that you do. I firmly believe in that. Sorry, I got a little too passionate there, but it bothers me when people say, "Oh, my old content was so shit." When you're doing, I mean, not the exact same stuff, but something similar. Ah. Um, Man, why do I keep talking about Game Grumps when I do these streams? I wanted to mention that. Oh, that's one of the things I admire about the Game Grumps reactions. Sometimes they react to their content on camera, to what their best moments or specific compilations, certain animations, all of that. And when they watch that, they never belittle themselves. At least not too much. They're not like, oh man, that was so cringy, that was so stupid, that was, um, why did I say that? I'm so embarrassed. None of that. They laugh at it and they say, if anything, they say things like, we have grown since that, or I wanna do that again, or that was funny. I mean, look back at your actions fondly instead of being so negative to what you were. Okay, so we've been playing for an hour. Let's do the Nitro Cup and the Crash Cup and see if we keep going from that or if we stop. Okay, so speaking of food once again, because the whole chicken tangent was so messy, I wanted to talk about a little snack that I made myself before the stream. My mother bought these little balls of bread, and it's whole wheat, the one that is like brown, and it's way harder and chewier than just white bread. I don't know if it's whole wheat or whole grain, I don't know what the appropriate term is, but I've always enjoyed the flavor of it. But they were big balls, so I cut it into 4 pieces, like horizontally, and I slathered some garlic butter on them, and I put some tomato slices with mozzarella cheese, and I sprinkled some basil and oregano, and I put it in the air fryer. That shit was buzzing, my dude. I'm thinking of doing that again today because my mother said that she wanted to have some coffee time. I call it coffee time because you know the British have their tea time in which they just drink tea with some biscuits or cookies or whatever. In my country we have kind of the same thing but with coffee. So we drink coffee and usually eat bread. So I wanna give her, make her taste what I tasted today because when I described it to her, she said that she wanted some, but but she was really tired and wanted to sleep first. That's why I'm streaming because I'm assuming that she's sleeping. Hopefully she is. But when she wakes up, I can make some of that bread for her. And some coffee. Some coffee would be great for me because my throat is a little raspier because I've been talking a lot. And like I mentioned, I'm not the type of person to talk a lot. Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the stream was a little bit clunkier, but I'm feeling about it. I'm feeling better about it now. Maybe I was just too tense and nervous because, well, I've been tense and nervous because of the Pikamee situation. And not only that, but I mean, I graduated on December and haven't done anything since that, so I'm feeling pretty bad about myself. But I want to change that, obviously. It's not like I'm gonna stay like this forever. That's not my plan. Oops. So yeah, I've been pretty cagey lately. Oh my god, are you fucking serious, Tiny? I'm gonna fuck you up. When it comes to gaming, besides Holocure, by the way, I play a shit ton of Holocure since the last stream. I got all of the achievements, and I kept playing even after that a little bit more. So it was some serious stuff. I got seriously into Holocure. But after I was done with Holocure, I played some more Splatoon 3, which I had left unfinished, the story mode. So now I finished the story of Splatoon 3. What? Did that hit him or not? Okay. So I finished the Splatoon 3 story. And I liked it okay, it was fine. But I think overall the best Splatoon will be Splatoon 2. Maybe, just maybe the DLC will make the... Fuck. Will improve on Splatoon 3. The first wave of DLC is already out, but it's purely a cosmetic change. It just lets you go back to Inkopolis from Splatoon 1. So, nothing too important there. I'm not gonna get that just now. I wanna get the second wave though, which is... From the looks of it, I'm just speculating. It looks like it's going to be Marina's origins, or an alternate story of what happened with after the last Splatfest in Splatoon 2. But it looks pretty nice. That one I will most definitely buy. If it's anything like Octo expansion, I'm sure it's gonna be quality. That's one thing I'll say about the story in Splatoon 3. The level design and everything like that felt like Octo expansion light, like light mode. And I'm pretty okay with that because it was challenging at parts. Obviously not as much as the original Octo expansion, but it was challenging at parts, and the structure was pretty nice. The stages were quick but satisfying. Like they were 4 to 6 minutes, and some of them were even closer to 1 or 2 minutes. So it was very satisfying to play. And you can always just play them again with a different weapon, which I did, by the way. I played all stages with all weapons. That's why it took me so long to complete the story. So yeah, the story was nice. The final boss wasn't quite as good in my opinion, but I mean, it was okay. I enjoyed it. Design-wise, I think Dingodile is my favorite Crash Bandicoot character, especially since he has an Australian accent. Let's play the Crash Cup and call it a day. I guess I really wasn't in a mood to stream. I mean, it's not so much the stream itself that I wanted to do. I guess I just wanted to vent and unwind a little bit. Because I'm feeling a lot less tense. Like, it would help if I was the only one at home right now, but besides that, I mean, I think it was a good idea for me to stream. It's gonna be an interesting experience when I have to timestamp all of the moments. I don't know if any viewers are using it, most likely not. But, well, I use them from time to time, so that's good enough for me. The reason I timestamp my moments, I mean, I do it in two sections. One of them is for gameplay, so in case you want to watch a specific gameplay related moment, you can go to it. And the second section is like the interesting or funny moments. Those are the ones that I use the most because I want to learn to be a better entertainer. And not just an entertainer, someone. I just want to improve my communication in particular. So it helps to see me either stumble or succeed while speaking, because I can use that in the next stream, like, or, for example, during the Pikamee reaction, which is going to be privatized after the 31st, I'm sorry, I kept saying after a clip ended, it's funny because blah blah blah, and then the same thing would happen. I will say it's funny because blah blah blah. Like I kept saying that, like I kept justifying myself on why I enjoy watching Pikamee and her clips. Like it felt a little bit defensive or made me feel like I was being insecure about what I was showing to my friends. So I'll try to not do that again. I took a mental note to not do that. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I don't know if I'll make another reaction or like a showcase of VTubers after the Pikamee one. I had to do the Pikamee one like right away before all of her clips got privatized or deleted. So it was like a now or never type of thing. So I didn't plan it too much, but I would love to do that for more VTubers. Like I could make a clip selection and give like a little history lesson, like both actual history and my personal history with them, just so you can understand why I like them, or maybe why, so you can understand why people like them in general. And why stay at VTubers? I mean, I could do that with certain other YouTube channels that I enjoy, like the Runaway Guys, Cheryl Conroy, Cotton John, Nintendo Capri Sun, Blame It on George, all of that. I want to showcase why I enjoy the content that I enjoy. I mean, that's more or less what I'm doing with... Sorry, I was scratching my eyebrow. What I'm doing with these old games. I'm not playing them so much to to flex at how good I am with them, or to try to make them popular again, or to exploit the algorithm, nothing like that. It's just, hey, look, this is something that I enjoyed or that I used to enjoy, and I want you to appreciate it with me. That is more or less the reason why I play games on stream. That and improving on my speaking abilities and vocabulary, and I don't know, being like an orator or something like that. Like, I feel like a lot of people can relate. When they watch a streamer, it's not so much because of the game. Oh! It's not so much because of the game when you watch a streamer or a YouTuber. Is the way that they react to the content. I mean, there are exceptions, of course, because if you stumbled into a certain YouTuber or a streamer, it was because they were playing or talking about something that you were interested in. Like, I got fucked. I got into Chuka Conroy and all of those old-timey Let's Players because they played the type of games that I enjoy, like Pokemon Crystal, Wind Waker, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, all of that. So it was pretty nice to see them play that. But I didn't stay for the gameplay. I stayed for the people. Even now there are... Oh, what the hell is happening with the people? Did you see that to the left? The little squares of the racers? I meant to say, even now people are playing the Resident Evil 4 remake. And Vinesos Joel and Dashi XP are playing it. So I was watching them a little bit because of the gameplay. Like, one of the few occasions in which the gameplay itself is the priority instead of, I don't know, their commentary. Because I was actually interested in seeing how the remake was made. I read some things about... Fuck. I read some things about the remake that I really dislike. Like, they took out a lot of charming things about it. Like the silly back and forth between Leon and... was it Salazar or Sadler? Might be one or two of them. Like, it's not as goofy and cheesy as it was, and that was part of the charm. Like, they tried to make it like a lot more serious and gritty. So I'm not too happy about that. And then there's also like all of the Ashley stuff. Now, you probably are thinking like, oh, you just like it because you're a pervert or whatever, but all of the stuff, like when you accidentally look up her panties and she goes, oh, pervert, and all of that. I mean, I thought it was funny. Legit, I thought it was funny. Because it happens on accident most of the times. Like when you suplex a zombie and you're nearby Ashley, she calls you a pervert because you looked up her panties. And it's like, dude, there's zombies literally trying to kill us. Like, the absurdity of the situation is what's funny about it. It just feels like they don't have a sense of humor. Like, they try to make it all serious. But hey, I haven't watched too much of it. So that's why I want to watch more of the Vine's Joel Let's Play. Dashi is advancing quicker than Joel because he focuses more. So maybe I'll watch some of Dashi's. But I mean, right now, all I'm watching is Pikamee, so God help me. Yeah, I think I'll be. Ooh, I was looking at the time. I almost fell. Yeah, I think I'll be done after this. Um, after this cup. Oh, I'm kind of dreading going out of my room because either my cousin or my mother or my brother could be asking me, were you talking to one of your friends online, or what were you doing inside your room which you were talking? Like, I don't want to explain this to anyone. It's just something that I'm doing. Like, let me fucking do it. Just give me my space, for God's sake. I might sound ungrateful when I say stuff like that, like, give me my space, let me do it by myself, this is none of your business, or whatever. But it's just how I feel. My online activity is for me to enjoy, not for you to watch. Like, if you're doing it, like if you're watching me and you know who I am in real life and all of that, I mean, that's all fine and dandy, I suppose. Just don't question me about it. And I don't know if my family would even do that. Maybe they would even be supportive and be like, oh, that's nice, where can I watch you? Or should I share this with people so you have more of an audience? And that's all nice in spirit and intentions, but I don't want that either. Just let me do my thing. Please. I do feel like I have such an incredible family. Like my brother, my mother, my auntie, my cousins. They are all so supportive. But I am fucking terrified of ever bringing either a girlfriend or a boyfriend home, because they get so fucking annoying with that, especially one of my uncles. Like, I'm a socially awkward person. And most likely, if I ever got to be with someone, they would be socially awkward as well. Or at least somewhat similar to me. So it would be an absolute nightmare for the both of us. Because they always say these stupid jokes or inappropriate remarks, and to them is the most like, it's just a joke or whatever. But I don't want to deal with that shit. Are we done? Do we have yeah, we have the hard one. So we have the light blue and yellow stars. That's for the easy and the medium cups. So next time we're going to be doing all of the cups in hard mode, and then going back to adventure and doing some of the extra stuff. I'm most likely going to be streaming the same day that Pikamee graduates. Obviously after her graduation. Just so I can unwind. But we'll see how that goes. For now, thank you for watching. And I'm sorry that this was so messy. I didn't mean it for it to become so ranty and benty and all of that. But it's what's inside of me. So I wanted to let it out. And the beginning of the stream was super clunky, even the middle of it. But I think I relaxed a little bit after. So I'll do the timestamps later. And maybe I'll feel better about the stream later. If any of my friends are listening to this, like Koi, Sora, or Flux, or anything like that, know that I appreciate you a lot. And I'm sorry I don't communicate much, but this is just who I am. And I hope you're all okay. So see you guys later, and thank you once more.